Welcome back. This is the most disturbing videos on the internet today. Let's dive in.
Petrified Dragon Mud Fossil University.
That right there is the eye. That's the carapace, which is the head. These are the teeth coming down. That is a gigantic dragon's head laying on a beach. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I don't think I am. Here's just another shot of it. See the teeth coming out? These are the ones on the bottom coming up. These are the ones coming down. Red is always pretty much blood, and these teeth run all the way out to the end of his snout, which they should. The carapace looks extremely accurately portrayed. The brow of the eye is quite prominent. I go real.
Petrified Dragon Mud Fossil.
I love that stuff. It looks like a dragon, doesn't it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Shout out to Roger at Mud Fossils. Feast your eyes on this. Looks like something straight out of Lord of the Rings. One rock to rule them all. Smoky amethyst cathedral crystal. That's insane. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because we do these videos every single day. And I'd love to see you tomorrow. Let's get straight back into the action.
A man named Pablo Dostor was exploring the woods with his dog when all of a sudden they see a strange looking building in the distance. Pablo and his dog approach this mysterious building that, for whatever reason, was built in the middle of nowhere. They get really close to the place before suddenly stopping dead in their tracks. Pablo can't explain it, but he can't shake the feeling that something ominous resides within this building. Now, the video that Pablo took was actually taken a few days after he came here. He was here before, and the video he took during his initial visit has left him wondering if this place might be haunted or cursed.
Bueno, encontramos una escalera. Vamos a ver si podemos acceder.
Now, it's worth mentioning that not once in any of Pablo's previous explorations has the camera malfunctioned except here. Although it could be a coincidence, the following video has left him convinced that something supernatural resides within this place. On his second visit, something happened that left him pretty spooked. Take a look.
Wow. Vamos. Wow. Pequeña espina. Cae Draco. Cae acá. Bueno. Tenemos una escalera. Sí, definitivamente se nota que era. Bueno, es muy baja la entrada. Wow. Draco, vení. Bueno, definitivamente no quiere entrar. Es por algo. Vení, Draco. Realmente me siento como bastante acelerado el pulso. Hay una energía definitivamente fuerte. Draco, vení, él me sigue todo. Vení, entra. Eso. No. No. Bueno, me voy de acá. Me voy de acá. Me voy acá porque no me estoy empezando a sentir bien.
This abandoned building, which apparently is an old church, has left not only Pablo unsettled, but his dog as well. Draco, the dog's name, seems hesitant to go inside. Initially, Draco is seen walking about without any problems, but for some reason, the inside of this church scares him. Pablo even states that something about this place doesn't sit well with him. The legend is true, as he states, the church is haunted. Now fast forward to a few days later, and Pablo is back at this place during the nighttime. Draco is also with him, but just like before, something happens that Pablo can't seem to explain. Watch.
Poco nervioso, debería decirlo. Vení, Draco, vení. Draco, por fin subió. Vení. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué no querés estar acá? Vení. ¿Qué hay? Draco. Draco. Vení.
So then, could it be that Draco is sensing something frightening or ominous? Or is something else causing him to act this way? Just what exactly was making Draco so afraid?
Well, let me get this straight. You walk in this building, didn't feel good about it. Your dog is whining, trying to get up out of there, warning you about this. So you go back at night? Oh, man. Leave the dog at home next time when you do that.
This is a trig point. This is a flushed bracket. First built and used in 1936. Flushed brackets were first used in 1912.
We've been lied to. 1692. And this place had power. So we've got a 130-foot building, which is supposedly a church. And it's been grounded with heavy-duty grounding cable to stop the antennas that are at the top from transferring energy down to the bottom where the plug socket is.
As you can see, flushed brackets are found on buildings prior to 1912. The few pictures found of trig points being built show them being constructed with cement at the location they stand. However, they all look to have been placed judging by the metal hooking points found on top of each one. Seems as if there was once a structure around this trig point. This is a trig point.
We're not getting the whole story. There used to be some type of Tartarian power going on, and this trig point had to be some type of outlet.
Monsanto is a historic village in central Portugal. The narrow cobblestone streets are carved into the rocky landscape, and the stone houses are built among massive granite boulders weighing up to 200 tons that are scattered across the landscape. Monsanto exudes a magical aura, and you can't help but feel you're entering a fairy tale world. This place has been inhabited since Paleolithic times. Due to its strategic position high atop the mountain, Monsanto has long been coveted by anyone who has ever stepped foot in Portugal. Occupied by the Romans, invaded by the Visigoths, and conquered by the Arabs. It was the Knights Templar who subsequently constructed the castle in the 12th century, which still presides over the village. Monsanto offers a glimpse into Portugal's past and the enduring legacy of the Knights Templar.
I gotta see it. More ancient technology. Definitely some type of sound and cymatic getting from this structure to create these. It looks like a giant spark plug if you look back at that wall. How the stone and marble is made it look like it's multiple pieces, but that's all just one piece, masterfully put together. Giant turbines. Yeah, that's a spark plug for sure. Jet engine. So you're telling me these buildings used to fly? I would not be surprised.
There's a whole realm of what I would call machining marks that exist all over these sites in Egypt. There is evidence for very sophisticated and powerful tools that is etched into these artifacts from the very earliest points in Egypt all over the place. All over this site, you find amazing evidence for massive circular saws. You see machining marks.
Look at that.
Yeah, so here's an example. It's 100% an indicator of some form of technology that's far away beyond the primitive stuff that we attribute to the dynastic Egyptians. And I don't think the dynastic Egyptians, they don't describe having this type of capability. We've never found any tools from them that can do this type of thing. It took our civilization up to the industrial age to even be able to put some of this stuff into context. You don't have the context to explain it, so we had to get to the industrial age and develop sort of mass manufacture and engineering for us to even recognize what we're seeing here. Wow. Yeah, what we see here is a continuous spiral groove of at least 2 points, so it's a twin spiral that runs down the length of the core. Now, from that and analyzing that, you can determine a few things. Or how quickly was this drill penetrating the granite? Well, it's about a 1 in 60 rate. So for each, say, 60 inches of horizontal travel, it's going 1 inch into the stone. That figure is 500 times greater than we can achieve today in terms of how fast it penetrates the granite.
500 times greater.
Man, we are officially going backwards. Yeah, I definitely have to go on an Egyptian tour. They're asking, how can a human build this? They couldn't. They'll need help from giants. For entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. This is at the Temple of Luxor. Oh yeah. How did they build it? They might have had a couple giants help them out. Shout out to everyone that made it to my live yesterday. We went through there on giants.
So is this another Egyptian hieroglyph panel that got hidden by the Smithsonian, or is this all just conspiracy theories about the Smithsonian hiding this stuff from us? I don't know. Well, when we got back home, Darby Robinson, who is a key figure in the Ancient Historical Research Foundation, started doing some research, and she came across a picture of some Egyptian hieroglyphs down at Lake Powell, but they're not the same ones we was looking for. She was able to contact the person who found these and got a GPS coordinates to them, and they're about 30 miles away from the area that we're looking for. So that tells me these things are spread a little bit farther than what we realize, and the same as these that we're looking for. This lady says that these are off the beaten path in a remote location, and so I'm excited to head back down to Lake. So is this another Egyptian hieroglyph panel?
See, now when I go to the Grand Canyon, you guys are going to have me looking for hieroglyphs. Like, where are they hiding it at? I've never been there, but I'm excited to go for the first time, hopefully this year. Any recommendations for people that already been there that you must do in the area? Drop it in the comments below. It says, how did they do this? How did they do computer graphics in 1927 when there were no computers? The film Metropolis, year 1927. That is interesting now that you said something. Yeah, they had graphics. That's crazy. If you thought I didn't have an excellent specimen for you today, think again. Take a look at this stunning piece, nature's artistry at its finest. You guys already know what I'm gonna call this one. Over easy. Over easy cluster. This is stunning. What is it? Dark orange thomsonite. Wow. Feast your eyes on this specimen. If I had to name this, it looks like someone's got their legs crossed, kinda. Doesn't it? Let's name it Mommy and Turquoise. That's the name.
A shaft, approximately 6 feet deep, exists at the top of the Sphinx's head. It has been hypothesized that this hole was most likely used to affix a headdress or crown. The hole was filled with cement in mid-1920s. A shaft, approximately...
I wonder what was on top of the Sphinx head and what was inside of it for them to do that.
Two airline pilots traveling over Arizona claim they passed a... Two airline pilots traveling over Arizona claim they passed a UFO during recent flights. A Learjet pilot and an American Airlines pilot both saw the object late last month and radioed the regional air traffic controller here in Albuquerque.
Was anybody above us that passed us like 30 seconds ago?
Number 71 Papa Golf negative.
Okay. A UFO.
One pilot only described the object as having, quote, a big reflection. According to the FAA, the controller was unable to verify that any other aircraft were in the area at the same time. Two airline pilots traveling over Arizona claim they passed.
Exciting stuff. What did they see?
Creatures of myth and legend are starting to make themselves known. Maybe. Take a look at this footage that was captured during the Eddie Aikau surf competition in Hawaii around December 15th, 2024. The photographer was videoing a surfer out there in the waves when he caught something completely unexpected. What appears to be a mermaid catching a wave alongside the surfer. This video is absolutely insane and it has not been edited. This is the actual video of what they unexpectedly caught while trying to film the surfers in the competition. You have to look at this and tell me what you think. Could this truly be a mermaid? Or maybe it's some other unidentified marine animal? You tell me.
It's massive. If that is a mermaid, that's like 3 to 4 times the size of a human being. That's pretty creepy. A giant mermaid? That's the first time I heard of that. What do you guys think it is?
In February 1837, in Kerch, Crimea, after years of exhaustive excavation efforts to discover an entrance into the massive earthen mound, archaeologist Anton Ashik and his tired team of explorers finally discovered something exceptional. They unveiled the concealed entrance to one of the most remarkable megalithic marvels ever found between Europe and Asia, now famously known as the Royal Kurgan. In February 1837,
But what is it? What is it for? Check out this tanzanite fluorite located in China. If I had to name this, Lucky Blue Dice.
Shaft.
Маночку запилили. А в Европу? Так, в Европу. Буду. Пугаем. Заходите в наш дом. Наши двери открыты. Вот и 21-я готова. Красавица. Туда, по. Ага. Подожди, Лёха. Вот так, давай. Ну, а кто там? Твоя. Да. Я памятник сегодня отмотан, да? Окошко.
It's like this vessel. It's like this vessel ran into like some type of tomb or structure by the looks of it. All right, guys, this says real mermaid swimming with dolphins. They got good formation, I'll say that. They know how to swim. This is the Tuscan Gem Show. Wow, look at that. Huge. That heart was crazy. Did you see that? Go back to that heart. Oh, those.
this site is believed to contain the remains of the house where Noah and his family once lived. It is situated in the mountains of Ararat, near the location where Noah's Ark is said to have come to rest. What makes this discovery particularly fascinating is the presence of drogue stones in the area. These large stones would have helped stabilize the Ark during the flood. Additionally, a nearby grave is thought to belong to Noah and his wife, featuring gravestones engraved with depictions of Noah's family, the Ark, and a rainbow. Some even claim that Noah's wife's remains could still be buried here, as large bones have been discovered deep within the graves, further adding to the site's historical intrigue. Beyond that, researchers have also uncovered what appears to be an altar for sacrifices, along with markings that likely indicate areas used for farming and vineyards. This aligns with biblical accounts stating that Noah had a vineyard of his own. Moreover, local legends passed down through generations suggest that this was indeed the place where Noah and his family lived, reinforcing the significance of this site.
Yeah, some people said Noah was 9 feet tall. That's crazy to think about. It's probably because of all the oxygen and everything was organic back in the day.
Oh, my goodness. Look. There's a lot of fucking people here. This one hasn't even good.
So they're at a cemetery, and I guess their Tesla is picking up people walking around.
These are the mysterious pyramids of Major Francis Drake. Francis Drake was the man Dade County, Miami, Florida is named after. He was unalived by Seminoles in Florida with his troops at this so-called area where these 3 ancient pyramids sit. But what is interesting about these pyramids are they are aligned with Orion's belt. And it's said through history that they were built specifically for Francis Drake and his troops to get buried under. Cap, these are ancient structures, right in plain sight. Check out the newspaper clipping about these pyramids. This clip states that Negroes and Indians fought against the colonizers at this point in history. Florida Seminoles resisted settlement with the help of Black Seminoles. These pyramids were already on indigenous land when they got here. We know the truth now. These are the mysterious pyramids.
Pyramids in Florida. That's the first time I heard about pyramids in Florida. If you made it this far, go ahead and drop the code word. It is Monday Adventure. Drop Monday Adventures in the comments so I can personally thank you for making it this far. Your support means the world to me, and I just want to say thank you. This was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you tomorrow.